Bunny, and today we are gonna finally do my skincare routine that I've been talking about off and on for several months. Today we will observe my naked face like we have several times in the past. I'm constantly wearing and not wearing makeup. I enjoy my skin even though it is full of imperfections, and that's kind of what I hope that you guys do too. I know it's difficult because lots of times I look at myself and my skin and I am utterly dissatisfied with what I see, but on a whole, I think that people should still view themselves as beautiful and perfectly imperfect. But obviously, if people, given the choice, like, would you like some face demons? Would you like some pimples? Or would you like clear skin? I think most people would pick clear skin. Just a quick synopsis of my skin. I have been told by the dermatologist, I didn't just Google this and make it up myself, that I have cystic acne. It was way, way worse about a year to a year and a half ago than it is now. I've been more diligent about my skincare, so I think that I've improved things quite a bit. Obviously, at least currently, I have an extremely mild state, but I think why the dermatologist says that I have cystic acne is because I get these things which come up. I've had this literally for about 2 to 3 weeks now, and I get things like this all the time. And when it was at my worst, I would get clusters of them, usually kind of on this part of my cheeks. Sometimes, extremely unfortunately, you can see I still have some discoloration from one that I had about a month ago, and they are just fringes on my face that won't go away. You know when you invite a friend over and they just don't ever go home? That's kind of what these are. These products that I am using, 99% of them are Murad, but I just want to tell you guys, I have never heard from Murad in my life. Every single product that I have been using, I have bought with my own money. These are things that I have used, tried and true, that have definitely made an extreme impact on my skincare. Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of dupe recommendations or anything like that. The only thing that I can tell you works best for my kind of skin is salicylic acid. So that is the main active ingredient in these products. So if you need to find something that's a little bit less expensive, just look for that ingredient. But first of all, I have a couple of tips that I've been told by the dermatologist, and occasionally I get facials. I wish I could say I did them every 6 months diligently, or every 6 weeks, I think, diligently, like I should be doing it to get extractions and stuff like that, but I don't. I live a hecty wecty kind of life. I don't really have a ton of time to make appointments, plus appointments spike my anxiety to the moon. I think I've talked about this before, but even if it's a good appointment, now I digress, but just I don't like appointments of any kind. So real quick, just a couple tips, which maybe you guys have heard before or not, but I don't know. They were new to me when I heard them, so I'm gonna pass them along and help you. Think about your pillowcases, and the more you can change your pillowcases, the better. I try to only sleep on each side of the pillow for 2 nights and then wash it or put a clean pillowcase on. And I found that that makes a ton of difference because especially, and I'm trying to encourage you guys, and I used to be so horrible about this when I was younger, sleeping with my makeup on, especially if you ever do that, but just the face oils of your face, getting on your pillowcase and then you're sleeping on that for multiple nights, that can cause blemishes. Also, if you're really into makeup and using makeup brushes, make sure that you clean them. I don't wash them as much as I should. Honestly, I wish I could say that I thoroughly wash them at least once a week, but that's a lie. But every single time that I use them, I use a quick spray brush cleaner. You can find them everywhere. I think pretty much every brand makes it, from e.l.f. to Dior. There's a wide array of that, so you can definitely get that inexpensively. It will change your life in terms of your skin. Right now I'm using this one, which is Trish McHeatherly. It's got a limey type scent, a lime scent, and I like it. It's also kind of more of a foamy cleansing wash than a spray, so I feel like this one really does the job. Also, and I'm really bad at this because I'm always like gesturing, but of course the least amount that you can touch your face is best. Like if you're at school or at work, like going like this, that's bad. Because impurities on your phalanges are then you're like rubbing them in your face, and that's bad. So try not to do it. And I felt like I had some other tip I was gonna tell you, but now I can't. Oh, and then my other tip is to not wear makeup so often. Just don't let society tell you you need to wear makeup every single day. I wear makeup a lot. Sometimes, I don't know, I go through bouts. And like, especially in the summer, I enjoy my naked face much better because I kind of have combination oily skin anyway, like around my nose, and like this area will get extremely oily and this area will generally kind of be drier. So I just kind of like go, we live in a very hot, humid climate here, so just makeup falling all over my face is not a good feeling. And I think everyone should just embrace their natural beauty. Plus, makeup, no matter how high quality, expensive it is, you're putting a bunch of glibbly glop on your face. I try and go at least 2 to 3 days every week without any makeup on my face at all. And I think that that kind of helps to control things. I could be wrong. All right, on to the products. I have 2 different face washes by Murad that I use interchangeably. One is for times right now when I've got some of these like cystic pimple things or just a lot of pimples happening in general, because it is more potent than this one. So this is the clarifying cleanser, and it reduces 99% of irritating surface bacteria in less than 1 minute. So it says. Like I was kind of saying at the beginning of this video, it is most important to just look at the active ingredients. So this has 1.5% salicylic acid, while this more milder one only has 0.5 salicylic percent acid. A little bit of this goes a long way. I think it is kind of expensive. It is like 25 bucks, but this will literally last a couple of months. You really only need like a dime-sized product. And I don't know, if you were gonna get like a new eyeshadow palette or something that would help your skin, like I kind of would pick skin because that's like what you have every day all the time. So I know that it can be an expensive investment, but I think it's worth it and it lasts a really long time. This one is actually my favorite face wash by Murad, which is the Time Release Acne Cleanser. And you can tell that this is kind of more of a grainy type texture. Maybe you can't tell. My camera battery is dead, so we're filming on the iPhone today. This is kind of like white and chunkier, dare I say, while this is just kind of like a gel type product. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think this one is $30. This one's a little bit more expensive, and this one I think is $25. You can get these everywhere. Online, beauty brands, Sephora, Ulta, and this one lasts just as long as this one. Like, this is literally probably at least a 2 to 3 month supply or so, maybe a little bit longer. Next thing that I do every day, at least once a day, I've talked about these things forever. It is a holy grail product. It is a staple to my life. And that is the clarifying wipes for blemish prone skin. And I don't really think that this even has any active ingredients in it. I think that it has like witch hazel, and that is supposed to help minimize pores, and algae extract, grape seed. These almost feel like toner in a cloth. They are really easy to use. I use them every single morning, especially, and also if I'm about to put makeup on, just to kind of wipe all of the oil away. Like if you have oily skin and you use one of these, it totally removes all of that nasty oil that you don't want on your face. Also, be on the lookout because there are some packs of 30 count and some packs of 15 count, and you definitely get more bang for your buck if you can find a 30 count. I hope that they're not completely repackaging, because that's not too cool if they are, because the prices are almost the same for those two numbers. So definitely be on the lookout, try and snag a 30 count. Next is actually a total drugstore type product. I get mine at Target, and this is the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Spot Treatment. This is the most effective spot treatment I have ever tried, and this is the one product that I will say is vastly better in this line than even the Murad line, which is hard for me to say, but I put the Murad one on and I just don't really feel like it's doing too much for me. I've tried other brands as well. It reduces redness almost immediately, and if you get these nasty oil pocket type zits on your face, it doesn't obviously make them magically go away overnight, but it does start shrinking them over time. This little thing is 2% salicylic acid, so it is very, very strong and very potent. It will give you a mild burning sensation on your skin. It's not the most pleasurable feeling, but especially if you just have like a little regular pimple, or if you feel a pimple coming up and it hasn't actually like exposed itself out of your skin yet, and you put this on, a lot of times it will just go away overnight. I have literally had that happen so many times. I think this is around $6. I could be wrong. You can get this everywhere. Like I even see it at the grocery store. So definitely pick this up. And then the last three products that I'm going to talk about, they kind of go hand in hand. This product is a new one that I just tried, I guess about a month or so ago. I'm pretty addicted to it. I think it makes a difference. This is the one that was in my monthly favorites that I said kind of has like a light bleachy smell. This is the acne clearing solution, and the other cool thing about Murad is they've got like this little numerical system at the top, so you know in what order you can use these products, and it will also kind of help you figure out like which ones you can use. Like I know like a lot of skincare, like I think like Proactive is kind of the same way. Like it's like a system, so you can use several different products in the same day. So that's what the little numerical system is. Like this is a 1, and the Blemish wipes are also a 1, and then this is a 2, and some of these are a 3. So this you can put on right after you do your washes. This is 0.5% salicylic acid treatment. The only thing I recommend you not doing is putting this anywhere near your eyes. I did that one day by accident and it was a little bit stingy and irritating. This once again is just going to be a layering acne treatment. I apply this every day before I put on any of my makeup and also before I moisturize. So these two things are the different moisturizers that I use, and one is a skin perfecting lotion that I use whenever I'm trying to get really like matte porcelain looking makeup. This is just like a really good moisturizer. It doesn't have any added benefits like SPF or any salicylic acid. This doesn't really have any active ingredients. It's just a really good moisturizer that I like to use, especially in winter time. I know it's about to be winter in Australia. Y'all are kind of gearing up for that because we are like opposite on the world spectrum. And then the other moisturizer that I use is the one that I use if I'm gonna be out in the sun a lot, because it has broad spectrum, which I'm not exactly sure what that terminology means, but it is SPF 20, and this is for blemish prone skin, obviously, so it's not gonna be like really oily and blemish causing like a lot of generic sunscreen type stuff. And I think these are around 25 bucks a piece. So once again, also, I mean, I didn't just run out and buy all this stuff in the same day. So this is something like, if you're gonna just get one product, I would recommend getting one of the face washes, test that out. Also, if you've tried a lot of stuff and it hasn't worked in the past, just keep in mind places like Sephora and stuff like that, they do have a money back guarantee. So if you try this and you have a horrible experience and you spent a lot of money on it, you can return it. I'm just saying, that kind of stuff is out there. I have used it before. I've definitely tried skincare stuff, makeup that breaks me out, doesn't work for me, and I return it. I know in other countries, that kind of policy just blows people's minds, but that's what goes on here, and I'm thoroughly grateful for those kinds of policies, because it's good if you spend a lot of money for a product and for whatever reason it doesn't work for you. I hope this was helpful to some people, and once again, just don't feel bad if you've got really problematic skin. We all go through periods like that. I have had really terrible skin in my life, and then it improves and it kind of like waxes and wanes. But just like your skin is not really a reflection of who you are. So just never feel that way. I know it's difficult some days to not feel that way, but just don't let it get to you, and things always improve. I hope this video was helpful, and if you're not already, hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp family, and give an alligator its wangs. 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 Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram @graveyardgirl, same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!